Fluency Fast, transforming the way the world communicates.
Fluency Fast will benefit and appeal to anyone who has an interaction of any sort in their personal life or in their business life with people who speak another language.
It could be businessmen, teachers, travelers, or people that live in the United States, because the United States is the 5th largest Spanish-speaking country in the world.
Everyone can learn and become proficient, fluent in another language, and you can start at any age.
Fluency means that you can take the words that you know, put them together in a sentence so that they're understood by a native speaker.
Tenía un problema enorme.
Oh me, oh my, oh no, oh no. The fact that it's repetitive and it's interesting and it's unexpected is what sticks in the brain.
Wanda Olio. Mal.
For people to come to a class like this and be energized by it instead of put to sleep by it, that's very telling. I mean, it really tells the story.
Un beso francés. Ma, ma. Un aplauso.
So much fun to come here, and you've had a hard day at work, at school, and you actually want to come to class because it's fun. You know, it's a grown-up fun.
Bésame mucho.
Le dijo, bésame mucho. ¿Cómo reaccionó Mary Frances?
She made it safe for everyone, and everyone's having a good time.
¿A dónde? What's dónde mean? Fue Wanda. A Dr. Phil? Dr. Ruth.
You don't want to pass up being able to get smarter and have fun at the same time.
Doctor, ¿por qué huele mal?
It's not just listening and repeating. It's very interactive, even there's a whole body interaction.
Kinesthetic memory is very important, and we know that if the more senses you have involved with the acquisition of language, the longer term, the better it's going to be wired into your brain. So kinesthetically, you must have an association with the vocabulary, with the structure of the language, and once you can do that, it helps you acquire. We know that's true, but in addition, you have to have a low anxiety level, and we know that when that anxiety is high because you think you can't do it and it's too hard, you will not have a very good chance of actually acquiring the language. Once the anxiety level goes down, way down, then you are open and you don't have to worry, and you're not thinking that you can't do it, because you know you can do it and it's fun. And that's the main point. I think most people feel that learning a language needs to be painful, and if it's not painful, it must not work. And what we know is that if it is painful, you will not have a very good chance of becoming fluent, because it's painful. Who wants to do something that's constantly painful? So once you acquire a language this way, you want to keep doing it.
Había un problema con el baño, clase. Oh no, clase, ¿qué problema había? El baño apestaba, correcto?
I have a lot of anxiety about going to this kind of class, especially level 2, that might have used traditional techniques, because I don't learn that way.
¿Cómo reaccionó el hipo? Triste, se puso muy triste, correcto. El hipo comenzó a llorar. ¿Lloraba? ¿Lloraba mucho? 3 años, correcto.
Their techniques differ from what most teachers do, and I think are much more effective in terms of becoming fluent in a short period of time, or more fluent in a short period of time, and doing it in a way that It doesn't depend on memorizing things, because that only lasts so long, or drills, because that only lasts so long. The research supports that.
It's different because we no longer are boring kids with memorization of vocabulary and grammar, which we know is short-term memory. And in order to acquire a language, you have to have long-term memory. This method leads to acquisition in the brain, and it's long-term memory, which is what makes you fluent.
It's not your typical more boring type of language class that is filled with conjugations and drills and things like that.
It helps people that are visual learners to comprehend and to retain better. I took 1 semester of high school Spanish eons ago. I don't remember any of it, to be honest.
I'm not critical of high school Spanish classes, but this is much more effective for the kind of learner that I am.
It's that map of the language, and you acquire that map of the language by hearing and understanding. The more you hear it, the more repetitive it is, the more that map will start to sound right to you, as long as you understand. And that's why we always try and limit vocabulary as much as possible.
Huéleme, huéleme. Huéleme. What's huéleme mean? Un aplauso.
These last 4 days have really opened up those floodgates again to have confidence and relieve some of the anxiety about speaking Spanish.
Once you get a taste of how this happens to you with your brain and how it starts to acquire the language, you just want more.
Only 9% of Americans are fluent in a second language. At Fluency Fast, we use a method called TPR storytelling to allow you to learn the most commonly used vocabulary words first, not a list of 100 vegetables. Learn words that sound similar to each other in English and the new language. Lodge a new language in long-term memory. And pick up a new language the same way babies do, effortlessly and playfully. The mission of Fluency Fast Language Classes, Inc. is to create and sustain a movement that causes a global shift in consciousness by inspiring people to use language as a tool to build bridges with other cultures. Our goal is to dispel the myth that learning languages is difficult and to inspire people to have fun learning Spanish, French, German, Mandarin, Russian, and Arabic easily, inexpensively, effectively, and in a brief period of time. 3- and 4-day courses are available nationwide year-round. For more information or to sign up for an upcoming course, visit www.fluencyfast.com or 1-866-WWW-Fluency.